Hi, welcome to my review of Gil Kenan's Monster House from 2006. So yes, we are back once again ready to discuss another Halloween film for the month, and this time around, Monster House, an animated film that I'd never seen before, and all the way through. I had seen some of this as a kid, but I just didn't watch it all the way through, and yeah, this is a film that I want to discuss today. Saw it last night, all the way through for the first time, and had a really nice time with this one. So yeah, a little bit of spoiler warning for this discussion. If you haven't seen this film, I simply recommend seeing it first and then come back to this video, and we can go from there. We can talk about this film in the comments, and yeah, just celebrate the month of Halloween, of course. So yeah, with what I said, let's discuss my thoughts on this film, and yeah, what a film it was. Let's get straight into it. I really enjoyed this film. I found it to be, a really charming one, quite funny at times. Actually really hilarious moments at first, and just a really, great film to watch at the Halloween period. I think just the way it opens up. We've got this, of course, haunted house, it seems, and this strange, man who kind of lives there, and kind of really quite, aggressive and chasing people away. When they get close to his house, on the lawn and stuff. And we have obviously the opening sequence with the kid there, and he, of course, takes a tricycle, and yeah, it's a really unexpected moment. Seeing it, I was thinking, wow, there's something really going on here, and yeah, it's of course about a haunted house, and it's in the end something that's very different. It's quite a unexpected film in the way it kind of develops in the narrative, and this whole character of Nebuchadnezzar, the guy that lives there, I think was really interesting throughout the film, and I think the turnaround, the reveals to his character was one of the best things, later on in the film. My absolute favourite element of this film was that first kind of half or so, just seeing the characters hanging out really, and discovering different things about this house, and really investigating the area, and obviously we have these friends with DJ and Chowder, and Jenny as well comes into the film at one point, and eventually joins this group. We have this kind of trio, and we also have the babysitter Z, who's quite quite an interesting character, and she's kind of there's a bit of friction going on there, but when DJ's parents leave, he gets his babysitter, and it's just some really funny moments going on there. Just the moment when Chowder kind of throws the basketball and it bounces back on his face, just moments like this. I found this to be funnier than I was expecting, and yeah, off memory, it's just a couple of scenes really that I saw as a kid, and it was just kind of more on, and I didn't really gravitate towards the film, and I didn't watch it entirely, so it was kind of I didn't really remember anything from this, and just the kind of look maybe of the film. As for the animation itself, I find it to be very unique, and it's quite a dark look to the film at times, kind of Tim Burton-esque, you could say, mixed with different modern animation films, and I do like this quite a bit. Just a unique kind of world that this is creating, the neighborhood. It's not really something I can place to another film, so that's really cool. And we do have obviously Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis as well working on this film, and it does have, you could say at times, it has a kind of a feel to some of the 80s films of Spielberg, just in the way the neighborhood is portrayed and the look of this at times. But yeah, it's got a lot of different flavors in this film. A lot of kind of ingredients. It's a very nice blend, I find. It's a nice kind of warm film at times, charming, and also really quite shocking and dark at times as well. We have Nebuchadnezzar being at times first quite a dark character, and I didn't really know what was going to happen with him, and then he has this kind of heart attack, it seems, and kind of we think he's dead at one point in the film, and that's when the film kind of changes, and we have obviously DJ kind of thinking he's responsible for this, so it's kind of quite a dark film at times, but then when the film goes on, that kind of opens up. Obviously Nebuchadnezzar is not dead, and he comes back into the film, and then we learn actually that it's kind of he's not really a villain of the film, and we learn, of course, that when his wife died, she kind of when she was tormented and stuff by the public, and we see all the kind of the flashbacks there where she falls into the cement. She took over her spirit, haunted the house, and is kind of been with her for over 40 years. Kind of just making sure no one goes near the house, and kind of because it is haunted by her, and that's really unique, and the way it is kind of. Yeah, in a sense, it's kind of it's a romance story, but kind of still going all these years, and it's something that he's trying to protect her, and kind of himself from the public, of course, and their reactions to this, and it's a really interesting film with quite complex themes actually as we go throughout the film, and I think starts off as more of a kind of charming, nostalgic, kind of film about friendship. You could say it's kind of like the Goonies as well. Some of these films you have the 80s, there's Spielberg films or Spielberg involved films. It's kind of like that at times, and it also has this kind of different flavour and a dark edge as well, to it. So I find this to be, just as the film went on, there was perhaps, a lull as, we first kind of went into the house, after the kind of 50-minute mark. But, after that, I think it does pick up again, and, I found it to be just a really satisfying final act, and, I think just we have that ending, as well, when, the kind of all the kids in the neighbourhood and stuff are kind of going to the house, and it's just, a hole, of course, at that point in the ground. Just really cool to see that, and Nebba Cracker, the ending of him, it's really warm actually, and I just really liked the way his arc went, and it wasn't your typical kind of arc, of this kind of type of character, and he was actually, there was a lot more going on under the surface, and he wasn't just this kind of angry character, kind of scaring off everyone. There was a reason for this, and it was a really, I think, clever twist actually, the way it was done, and just the kind of first 50 minutes, this was my favourite part, really amazing at times, and I loved just the interactions between some of the characters, even Z and her boyfriend as well, that comes into it, is a real kind of annoying character, but it was done in a kind of investing way, and when they come into the room as well, and all this kind of stuff, it's just really relatable, kind of nostalgic stuff going on here, and also just I think the neighbourhood and the creepy atmosphere of this, it really was one of those films that it's just great to watch around the Halloween period, and I'm so glad that I kind of watched this film finally, and watched it in this month, and it would definitely be a film that I'll be rewatching again, over the years, perhaps at Halloween again, and just one I did really enjoy at times. I love this film, particularly the first kind of half of it, and I think just seeing the characters, in a kind of hangout way, and seeing how different, kind of teams are forming up. Jenny, of course, coming into it as well. And this kind of trio, kind of forms, and it's a really natural way in which it's done. And I think a couple of moments, as I say, in the middle, after the 50-minute mark, was a bit more of a. I just found it to be not quite as engaging. It's a bit more flat, and just and once the final act kicks in, though, and we have the house actually kind of really chasing them, and kind of coming alive in that sense a bit more, and it's really well done, and the crane and all this, the digger, and it's just a really creative final act with the set pieces, and just the action there, and the way it kind of ties together the characters as well. So definitely a lot going for this one, even after that first half, but it was really the first half that was my absolute favourite part, and just overall though I had a great time watching this film, and really nice film to watch, nostalgic, creative as well, a really good script, and just this magic touch it has. I think it's definitely something I can't quite describe. You just kind of have to watch this one, and to kind of know what I'm talking about. It's one of those films that has this real charm to it, this magic, and at times, and it's obviously quite a dark film, in places, and certainly, it's the one that is quite surprising to me, and just the way the kind of narrative unfolded, and just the kind of the reveals at times, in this film, and just for example as well, when Nebba Cracker, kind of had that heart attack, we thought he was dead in the film, and he was taken away, and all this, and then they kind of left to kind of on their own, discover the house, and try to potentially get into the house. That was, I was thinking, where would the film go from here? And then when Nebba Cracker came back, I was thinking another thing, and then when the reveal happened, with Nebba Cracker and the actual house itself, I think that was a real again another surprise, another twist, and this was not cheaply done at all. It was very well done, and you can kind of see from the first act as well, how these things didn't make sense, and how it did all kind of fall into place in the end. I thought it was really well done, just a really well told story, and I think the setting as well in the neighbourhood, just a really feel good at times film. You've got the charming characters, you've got the creepy atmosphere, and also just scary moments. This was scarier than I thought it'd be, and just some really surprising moments in the film, and just a feel good one as well. The hangout feeling, the characters, and I think the voice acting as well. We've got Steve Buscemi, of course, as Nebba Cracker, and he's great in the film. We've also got Michael Musso, Sam Lerner, and Spencer Locke in the film as the three main kids here. Just a massive voice acting cast here, I think, and Maggie Gyllenhaal as well in the film as Z. Really enjoyed, and just all of the characters really are voiced so well, and I think just a film that has a lot of charm, and also a lot of atmosphere to this, and would definitely be watching this one again over the years, and just a really great time overall that I had with this film. As for my rating of the film, I give this one an 82%, so a really high score from me, and for a first time watch, just a great experience, and really nice yeah, just nice to watch, and also really fits the bill for a Halloween film, and yeah, just really creepy, and the atmosphere, the animation, and just the way the neighborhood and the house itself was portrayed, as a character, and has backstory as well that is really well written, and I think it was very believable. The characters and the way they kind of interacted as well. The kind of natural feeling, of the characters in the group. Just the interactions from the parents, even even though it's quite brief, in the film, I really enjoyed that, and just the way that when they leave, of course, and you got DJ and Child are kind of left to do what they want. Really, obviously the babysitter does come, but yeah, just I really enjoyed that element, even though the parents were kind of not in the film for too long, and just all the side characters really as well. I did find to be memorable most of the film, and yeah, just really well made film here. Some really unique animation, as I say, and just the music was really creepy and atmospheric, and just this whole neighborhood, the kind of the hangout feeling it has at times, and just the way the first act is done, and even the first half of the film, I did especially love, and yeah, just overall a very, very good film. So that's my thoughts. What do you think of this film? It'd be great to hear, in the comments, as always, and share your experience with this film. And as I say, it was a first time watch for me. Really great experience, and yeah, it'd be great to hear your thoughts on this and how you've experienced this over the years as well. And so yeah, a few more horrors to review, cover on the channel before the month is over, and yeah, I look forward to that. And today to discuss this film and all things horror in the comments. So yes, as always, take care and thanks for watching.